Jorek, just Jorek to you guys. To do so, you need to make it to Rhinebreath Monastery, which is tantalizingly close now. You've had a rough time getting up the Mount Archelon. It's not, I guess, perhaps not your favorite tourist destination that you've been to so far, but it's an experience. Lots of harsh, stormy weather, some less than hospitable local wildlife. Killed a dragon, which is pretty sweet and potentially questionable. But, it'll all work out in the end. But getting to the very last leg of the journey, you've rested at Turchak's Folly, a ruined outpost, stone tower, and from having spoken to Archelon Kyla, guard captain you spoke to on the way up, that Rhinebreath Monastery is now only maybe half a day's travel away, which you should be able to find tomorrow. However, in the night, some things have occurred. Bungo spotted face out in the dark, seemingly watching the tower with the party sleeping within. He went and woke up the two sneaky scouty people, Sandral and Grey, to investigate further. They lend their eyes, their sharp perception to the situation, and Grey has gone ahead to sneak up towards the people. Some interesting rolls could have gone quite badly. However, with the guidance of Celestian, Grey has managed to stay hidden so far, and at the very end of the session, the last thing that Grey heard was the three figures discussing between themselves and uttering the words, "She is within, shall we strike now?" And that's where we are. Just realised I did the whole recap without allowing you, Natalie, to do the intro first. But
it's fine.
we're just going to go straight in.
Skipping
do the intro now?
No, I already started recording, so it's fine.
Amazing! We're just doing it.
We're going live.
Going live! So, I'll move us over. We find ourselves in the dead of night. Let's put you Platinum Stair for now. All resting. The majority of people are asleep. Those who aren't know it. Bungo, Sandral, and Grey, and then Atala, who does not need to sleep, is awake and listening in, though Atala, you cannot perceive Grey as he's much too far away. But Grey, you know the situation you're in. You find yourself only 20 feet from these three figures. Is there anything you would like to do? Are you staying hidden? Would you like to call out? What's the plan? Is there a plan?
Yeah, plans. Okay, so I've had 2 weeks to think about this, and I couldn't come up with anything decent. So, yeah, you're not wrong. Grey is basically just going to call out, "I wouldn't do that if I were you."
Okay. So Grey, from his position of hiding, his hidden spot, calls that out.
No, he would probably kind of stand there confidently. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you stand tall, call out, and await the responses of the figures. 2 of the figures, the one bearing the incredibly dangerous-looking scimitar and the one in the heavier armor, would both spin to face you, reaching for weapons. The third one towards the back, bearing the long mace, just the eyes move, but the rest of the body doesn't seem to betray any surprise.
By the way, Hannah's Discord is not working.
Oh shit.
She's completely disconnected.
Okay. We can wait.
She's trying to fix
What's wrong?
Hannah's cut out from Discord.
Yeah, it won't even start apparently.
And that sucks.
She's trying to fix it, but it's still broken apparently. Oh wait, no, there she is.
Is it working, Hannah?
Kind of.
Yes.
Kind of.
I think it's still lagging, but well, I can hear you.
Okay, well, we shall take that. So, Grey calls out, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Two of the figures seem to react angrily, turning towards Grey, hands on weapons. The third figure, the one in the robes with the long mace with the censer, smoke wisping from the end at the back, places a hand particularly on the shoulder of the large plate-armored figure to calm them, and steps from between the two of them towards you, Grey. As they step forward, they say, "And what would you advise?"
Can Sandra hold an action just in case it goes really bad?
Yeah, I will say, especially with Grey standing up, Sandral can see Grey now. The other figures... Make a perception check for me, Sandral.
Thank you. Oh, whoops.
The empty black boxes.
Yeah, I'll get my computer back tomorrow, it's fine. Ooh,
Is it like Scrabble? Can you just choose a roll?
I'm just doing the
Thank you.
Oh.
Ooh, 26, nice. Yeah, even in the dark of night, there are stars in the sky. I'll say you can see Grey quite clearly, and you can just make out a dark sheen, like very well kept, shiny hair, kind of the top of a head moving along this rock line, the top of a large broken rock towards Grey. What action would you like to hold?
she wants to hold it, but she'll slowly walk out with it drawn, like not sneakily, like it looks like Grey has backup.
Okay, very good. Bungo, are you doing anything, or are you staying where you are?
How much can I see? Can I see exactly what's happening, especially with Sandral moving up?
Yeah, I think with Bungo's passive perception being what it is, you can see the same as Sandral in this instance. You can see that Grey has stood up and is you know Grey very well. He's clearly not trying to be stealthy anymore. I think you probably heard him call out as well, saying I wouldn't do that if I were you. And you can see Sandral with bow drawn, moving towards where Grey is.
Can I get within 60 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Or could I get within 30 feet even?
Yeah, getting within 30 feet will take a few, like a round or two, but you can start moving along at Sandral, unless you're wanting to dash towards 30 feet range currently.
Just debating. Can I see if what weapons they're carrying? Are they carrying anything ranged?
No, you can't see that from where you are.
Okay. I'm gonna just move up at normal speed.
Sandral, anything?
Getting hopefully to get within 30 feet of them within a reasonable amount of time.
Okay, cool.
But I'm not
Got it.
dashing. I think that's a bad idea.
It's fine. So this figure, the sleek dark hair, Grey is looking you straight in the eye and says, "What would you advise?" Do you respond?
Yeah, of course he does. I'd advise you weigh up your options.
I think the figure would continue moving towards you, 5 feet closer. It's about 10 feet away from you now.
I assume you're here for either some of us, all of us, or maybe a particular member, and I assume you know who you're dealing with. Have you, by chance, seen the mess we left further down the mountain? As he sort of points towards the, was it giants, wasn't it? I don't suppose you saw that?
You've got quite high passive perception. The figure stepping towards you, their expression doesn't change at all, but you would see the plate armored figure towards the back crack a fairly large smile at that, and within the smile you would see very sharp, pointed teeth, like snake's fangs, all lined up in a long row. The figure says, "Assumptions are dangerous. Perhaps you are assuming our strength as well."
I'm not making any assumptions. I've had enough violence for one day at least. I figured whatever quest you're on now, will it really be worth it if, just saying on the off chance, you lost? What is it worth to you? What would you lose if you just turned around and went off another way?
Interesting. Okay, 2 things. Grey, can you do a persuasion check for me? Sandral and Bungo, do you wish to keep approaching? Because another 6 seconds has definitely passed now.
Yeah, Bungo wants to be within 30 feet, but I don't know that he's not hiding his presence, but he's certainly standing there in the background, his staff grasped in both hands, sort of pressed against the snow in the icy floor. But he's watching very carefully, but he trusts Grey and Sandrell to handle this.
I will say both Bungo and Sandrell, you would realise from your assessment of the situation very quickly that you have more information, you think, than the people Grey's talking to, and perhaps Grey himself, in terms of with the rock blocking view of you, and you essentially just seeing like the tops of heads and hearing voices conversing, you could get the drop on these people if you wanted to. You kind of have 2 options in terms of your approach. Get up on top of the broken rocks to have the drop on these people and be above, or you can follow Grey's route, which is to go slightly down a small section of the Platinum Stair and then follow in the break in the rock from sort of lower down and just come up behind where Grey went in.
I think Bungo would be taking the same route that Grey did.
Okay. Sandrell?
We'll never know.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh. If both of them have moved off now, Tyler would definitely have sat bolt upright to watch where they're going.
That's no problem. So, Atala, you are currently, or were, but this you can act as a round goes by. That in Turchak's Folly with the sort of half-broken rock above you, you would have seen Bungo and Sandrell move from the entrance of Turchak's Folly, that opening at the front. Would you move to there? Would you try and follow them?
She's just going to go watch from the entrance for now, I think.
Got it. That's absolutely fine. You're well within your capabilities to do that. Sandrell, is that you back?
Well, I didn't go anywhere.
Oh, but you
I
disappeared.
was talking.
Oh, I did not hear
In
you.
and out for me.
Oh, what's the terrain like? Is there like a big incline above them?
It's not a big incline, but with the way the rock is, it's like broken rock, and it's lower on your side than it is on their side. So you would be able to sort of crawl up the side of the rock, if you like, and be above them and have the drop on them if you wanted to. You'd know that Bungo's going down the steps at the moment. Sorry, go ahead.
That she could start an avalanche.
It's you know what? There is the potential to do that, but it would require you going further, like right out to the side and looping round further up above. Probably take you a good minute or so to get into that position.
Oh yeah, she definitely wants to do that.
Okay, so Bungo and Sandral splitting in very different directions. Sandral heading up. Sandral, what's your movement speed's like 40 or 50, right? It's pretty high.
Actually, I think it might be greater than either way.
Jesus.
Let me just look. 55.
Ooh, yeah, so you'll definitely get there within a minute. Excellent. Okay. Gray, with an 18, you see a few things. The plate armored wearing individual at the back, the smile disappears and turns into a frown. The beautiful long teal coloured hair, this incredibly exotic looking woman with a scimitar, is now, having previously been kind of looking, eyes darting around, judging the environment, is now looking at you closely. And the one at the front has stopped moving towards you and stands where they are. They consider for a moment and say, if you send Atala out to simply speak with us, there's no need for further invasion.
Bungo would step forward at the mention of Atala's name, and he would say how it said, "What business do you have with my wife?"
Okay. So Bungo, you step up behind Grey, having to hurry slightly, but hearing your wife's name, you hurry forward. Grey, you see Bungo stepping up next to you and saying this. The figure looks down at you, Bungo, says, "Nothing to be concerned about. We simply wish to speak in private."
Can I do an insight check, please?
Of course.
Yeah, Bungo as well.
Mm-hmm.
Rubbish. I got a 7.
17 for Grey. Just roll for that. Interesting. Okay. Even you, Bungo, with the not so hot roll.
Mm.
Yeah, you get the impression, which I think you probably had already, that this person is not revealing anything much at all. There is still a strong feeling of tension in the air, and it is immediately noticeable to Bungo, and was already to Grey, that the figure stood 10 feet away from you, which is 10 feet further away from their two companions further back, is clearly acting as an intermediary and a barrier to violence.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the plate armor wearing individual, you get a strong sense of like restrained violence coming from them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in that case he'd say, "You are clearly not here for some kind of diplomatic mission. You are following us, that much is clear, and, well, I wish to know why. What do you wish to speak to her about? We hide nothing from each other. I can assure you that whatever you speak about would certainly get back to me in time."
The figure at the front, the one between you and the plate mail and the exotic scimitar-wielding woman further back, has a small smile on their features and just says, "I appreciate the assurances. However, our purpose does not and will not concern anyone but Atala herself." And you would hear from behind, the exotic scimitar-wielding woman quite callously call out and just say, "This isn't working. We should ignore them." And the one at the front closer to you sort of raises a hand in annoyance. Sandral, you are now in position above. Watching down, you've got the perfect view down onto these three figures, and then Grey and Bungo in front of them.
Bungo's going to turn to Grey. Sorry, Kieran, you go ahead first.
Is she in avalanche causing range?
She is, yeah.
How would she go about starting this avalanche?
I think she's got some different options, and some are going to be more difficult than others. There is a slope to the snow leading down towards them, and they are in a perfect little funneled valley for that already to have some impact, though you think, with what you can see of these warriors, they look capable. You don't know how much that might inconvenience them for a short while, but probably not much. The other option is trying to get something going with the rocks themselves and a proper avalanche falling down. That's going to require some sneaky actions, potentially using some interesting items of your own. But it's going to need you to start things happening using your strength and your skill. It's going to need some rolls.
We can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she has.
What do you mean we?
I can do that.
So, does Sandra want to start that process straight away, or does she want to wait for some kind of trigger?
If she starts it, will it be stoppable?
With Sandral's skill and her reading, she can try and get something together, almost like a ready to go thing that she's holding kind of in place. But I will make you make checks to do that, and should you flump those, it is going to start it without you wanting it to start.
With Bungo's passive perception, can he see what Sandral is doing?
That's down to Sandral. That was my next big question. How sneaky is Sandral trying to be?
Super sneaky. She doesn't want anyone. She doesn't want the snake people to see her.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, a stealth check for me, please, Sandral. Make sure you're doing it with advantage, even if you don't have items to do that, because you are in a very well-concealed position.
She has the cloak, I think.
Nice.
Don't forget she's got a friend who is very adept with rocks.
Rockman.
There's a rock man.
Bungo, what's your passive perception?
29.
So, it's one of those situations where passive perception 29 gets weird. I'd say, but Sandral, you are unseen. You keep close to the rock, move around on all fours, going about what you're doing. But I'd say, Bungo, in your connection with Lyra, you have like a tingle in the back of your head. You know that Sandral is up above. You know where she's gone, and it doesn't take much to figure out what she might be doing.
She's Elodius's daughter. He knows what the fuck she's doing. Yeah, good. I wanted to know what she was doing. He's not going to stop her though.
Cool.
Bungo is going to say to these snake ladies, what kind of assurances could you possibly even give us? You are following us out in the slow, and your subordinate here is quite clearly eager to pursue different courses of action.
The use of the word subordinate, the scimitar-wielding woman,
Good.
her nostrils flare and her eyes go wide. And she calls out in, do any of you speak
Halfling and common?
Do any of you speak Abyssal?
Nope.
If I try really hard.
You hear a harsh barking language, quite alien sounding, coming from this sort of delicate, elegant throat of this beautiful woman, and she barks something at the back of the figure in front of you. The figure, you can see kind of the shoulders hunch in anger and annoyance, and begins to sort of turn around to look behind themselves. At this point, the plate armor wearing one is starting to stride down the valley towards you. The long dark hair puts a hand directly in the middle of the breastplate of the plate wearing one striding forward, and holds another hand out towards the two of you and just says, I offer the assurance of my word. No harm will come to your good wife.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
What's Grey's reaction? Like, I want like more physically. Like Bungo is keeping a side eye on Grey and Sandral at this point.
Grey is just standing by your side. He's not getting ready for a fight. He's hopeful that this can be worked out elsewise. So.
Yeah. Would that be apparent with his body language alone, based on Bungo knowing him?
Yeah, he's basically standing there, hands on his hips, just kind of open, you know?
Fuck.
With your, in fact, just quickly, Sandral, could, from you, please, I'd like to have 2 rolls. These rolls are going to determine how well your makeshift sort of hair trigger avalanche is going to be. I'd suggest athletics and survival, but if you have other skills you think would be relevant, I'm open to suggestion, but I'd like 2 rolls, please. You'd have to tell me if these are true advantage or if it's just the rolling.
Wait, what were they? Athletics and survival?
Would be my suggestion, yeah.
No, they'd just be straight.
Cool. So 18 for athletics, pretty good start. A natural 1 on survival, interesting. However, that wasn't for determining whether it all falls apart. That was determining for once the avalanche gets going. Whether it all falls apart and starts going automatically is going to be a dexterity save. So just a dex save for me, please.
Oh, whoops, that was a check.
So she'd be proficient, right?
Plus
Yeah.
3 and 4.
So plus another 4, yeah. So 16. Whew,
Yeah.
okay. You manage. Sandral, you look down at your things you've gathered. Rolled decently on athletics. You did a pretty good job of grabbing things together, pulling them up, putting in your muscle to get everything there. However, and you've done a good job of keeping it from falling down, and it is ready to go when you are ready to release it. However, with a natural 1 on the survival, you realize that some of the things you thought were rocks are now sort of crumbling apart as just like hunks of dirt.
Oh, fuck.
You think probably when you let this go, it's going to take a little longer to really have an impact, but it should still work. There is a steep incline going down, and there's plenty of loose rubble on the way down as well. So you've got a little mini avalanche ready to go. Grey and Bungo, with your insight, the person is looking you dead in the eye. There's no telltale sign of lying, no twitching or anything. They seem to be giving their word faithfully. What that means to you is obviously up to your own interpretation.
Yeah, I think Grey would just look down to Bungo and say, go wake your wife. I think we've all got questions for her.
Yes, it's wrong to speak of her when she's not here for herself.
I'm trying to remember, did Snake Lady say they wanted a word with her in private?
Yes.
Yeah. Then as Bungo sort of goes, he'd then call out to her to say, I want at least one of us to be with her.
Bungo, you're heading back?
Yeah. He would go to, I don't know how long it would take, but he would go to Atala and say, "Dear, we've encountered people following us. I do not trust them. They are looking to talk to you in private. I'm nervous. What's going on? Do you?" She would describe them. He would describe them and say, "Are you familiar with these people at all?"
She would sort of. She's been standing at the entrance, so you'd see her as you come up, and she's like clutching her bag slightly. I don't know. Maybe I should just. You said they want to speak with me
in private, but do you have any idea who these people might be?
Does she know what they are, Tom? From the description?
Tom, sorry, Bungo would have probably described them as snake-like, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. These people are distinctly snake-like. I'm not sure we've rolled for Atala yet on that count.
I don't know.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and roll a history check.
And?
Yeah, I'd say even with a 10, it is an interesting realm of academia that Atala has sort of come across. Perhaps not in her own research, but just hearing from others in Neverwinter, those who have interest in the sort of progression of this ancient civilization of Yuan Ti off the coast, the Sword Coast, and further south still. I'd say with only a 10, I'd say Atala has the impression that it is very rare to see people like this, particularly in a group together. She'd probably have an impression of mysticism, creatures with cultures that are quite different to your own. Beyond that, yeah, I think you can draw what conclusions or connections she might make yourself, but I think with the history check, that's what you'd have.
Okay. She sort of ushers Bungo slightly into the camp, so out of sight of the area.
Yep, that's fine.
So, I don't know who these people are, Bungo, but you say they want to speak to me. It's interesting. I kind of want to speak with them as well.
Of course. What? May I'm sorry. I know you can fend for yourself. I just worry for your safety. If people are out here, of all places, I've
got an idea. And you see her as she casts major image of herself next to you, Bungo. Maybe they'll fall for this. Maybe they won't. I don't know.
Very cool.
You can go down with me.
Let us try it. Yes, let's try it. Bungo's going to cast Bless on her.
Okay, hang on. Let me just make sure I can actually have it. I don't know if I can do it actually. Let me just check first. Time will reach willing. Damn it. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I can do it. I was gonna use my major image and like see through it with my gaze of two minds, but I don't think I can do it with my
Oh.
major image.
Interesting. As that thought
Mhm.
comes to Atala's mind, she would get the sense that she could do this if she wanted, if she touched the cube.
Ooh. Touch the cube, eh?
Yeah. That is the entirety of the thought. There's like a almost like a flash of inspiration comes into your mind.
Mm. She'll just reach into her bag, and touch it that way.
Mhm.
And if Bungo would probably notice I reach into her bag, but I don't know if he'd think anything of it.
I think Bungo's got passive perception at fucking 1 on Atala.
Fair enough, yeah.
I don't think he
I like that.
sees.
And so, if you wish to, Atala, you can expend that spell slot, or however you're doing it. Conjure the major image of yourself.
Major
and
image.
connect with it.
Nice.
Bungo will say, if something bad happens, dear, don't resist when you feel Lyra's touch on your shoulder.
I know to trust Lyra. Of course.
I know, but it may not be the feeling that you're used to. I'm just warning you in advance.
I understand. I'm just gonna tuck away in this little corner over here. Perhaps she like covers herself with snow.
Okay, for hiding up
Yeah.
mode. That's fine. Let me just shifting something around because we've talked about it all enough. Perhaps. I think perhaps it's time to move over to the map. Oh, does that work? Well, that does work. Perfect. Okay. Right. So, I'm going to move us over.
Bungo would go back, by the way, and would 1,000% wake up Blam and Aethelbert and anyone else, I guess.
Okay. So, let me get everyone situated. Those with vision should be able to see okay.
They can, yeah.
Sandral. Yeah, I've set it on dim daylight mode because it is starlight. So Bungo, waking people up. Tali, you've conjured your image, which hopefully you can see next to you.
Mhm.
We'll mark it with a red circle.
I've got a little note here, just very quickly. Something about my constitution going down because of the altitude. Are we still? We never went down at any point, did we?
No, that is only relevant for the exhaustion checks during travel. Your constitution is as it is normally for like battle and your hit points and everything like that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
No worries.
Bungo would actually wake Aethelbert, and he will say, Mr. Aethelbert, I know we've not known each other long, but would you be willing to help me? We're potentially... My wife is potentially in a dangerous situation here.
What do you want me to do?
I've seen your capabilities with the stone. I don't know if it's possible, but I was wondering perhaps if you could follow close to me within the stone, invisible to the eyes of these potential enemies.
Can I do that? I can even meld into stone, but I don't know if I can move. Oh no, it just says you can't see what occurs outside of it.
You can.
No, it says you otherwise can't move.
You have, because there was something I used in the last battle. That
Yeah, but you've
definitely
used
allowed it.
all of my bloody spell slots, Tom.
I regret nothing.
Is that stone skin by any chance?
No.
No.
It was a higher level.
Shape.
Nope.
Commune with nature?
Nope.
Is it
Passable.
Passable, that's it. Yeah.
Well, I can't do that because Tom's used all my spell slots.
Too bad. So yeah, you can communicate that back to Bungo.
Oh, wait! Are they having a long rest?
We've not
You
Were.
are. You were having a long rest. You have not completed a long rest.
Oh.
You're only about a third of the way into it.
No,
And they
I
recover a third of their spell slot.
Now.
I'm gonna need a little bit more sleep before I try something like that.
Very well. Well, regardless, I'd appreciate your your watch in this moment, if that's agreeable.
But right now,
If that's okay. I think perhaps if you could maybe get a higher ground with your or your natural affinity for stone, you might be able to get to a place other people might not be able to.
Well, whatever you're gonna do, I got 10 minutes on this image. She says from her little thing.
Yeah. Bungo would be quick about it.
all right, I'll do my best, but I promise nothing.
It's okay.
I don't have many spells left.
I can feel the fucking daggers in your eyes. Bungo would also... I know it's taking up time, but
Sorry.
this is like nerve-wracking for me.
Mhm.
Bungo would also say to Blam, Blam, I need you at Atala's side for all of this. Make sure she's safe, old friend.
Oh, I'll be here.
Thank you.
Cool. That's fine. We're going to cut back to Gray. Gray, the last thing you said was that if this is going to work, there needs to be one person present with Atala.
Or for her to leave her compatriots behind, so it's just her and Atala.
Okay, interesting.
They can, I don't know, go halfway between us and them or something.
Okay. So the one with the long, dark hair at the front, who still has a hand resting on the breastplate of the one behind, and the one behind is staring just straight at you. Gray seems to be sizing you up. The one with the long, dark hair says, there can be no other of your group, but just myself and Atala would be agreeable. And at that, you'd hear the exotic woman behind bark again in this language you don't understand. Seems to be angrily shouting. Not shouting. Angrily whispering, hissing at the one with the long dark hair, who is ignoring her currently. Do you respond?
No.
Would this be acceptable? Just myself and Atala alone.
We'll be just as far away from Atala as your compatriots are to you.
The eyes narrow. It needs to be far enough that we cannot be heard.
And you better make sure your friends are far enough then.
Oh, this is so interesting. I actually need to roll against. Okay. So, this is what has transpired as Bungo is getting everything ready. Atala, you're just about ready to move to sort of go into this embodied mind within your major image, which you know as an arcane user shouldn't work, but there's power granted to you by the cube itself. I need to make a very important roll.
Don't say that.
Every roll is an important roll.
I hate it when he does things like that.
God, that name is so creepy.
That name's fine because the roll succeeded. The heavy plate wearing one. You see the long black hair figure turns around and in a powerful voice barks back in this alien language to you. Both the plate wearing figure keeps her eyes on you, Grey, but visibly stands down. Her shoulders kind of sink back a bit, and she takes a few steps back. The one in the exotic armor with the scimitar rolls her eyes dramatically, but steps back as well. It seems like this figure has control, for now at least, over members of the party.
Ray would probably, at the same time as them, step back the same sort of distance as they're currently trying to kind of keep them both in eye line as much as he can. So I guess it's sort of fairish.
That's fine.
And he'll basically match them. If they go further back, he'll go further back, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. They'll stay there for now. Okay.
Agree.
So with that, it's now Bungo and Atala stepping, or Atala's image stepping down. Ethelbert, you are following at a distance. You're going up above. What's the plan?
I don't really know. If I use meld into stone,
Mm-hmm.
can I take Atala with me? Because it doesn't say I can't. It doesn't say I can, but it doesn't say I can't.
Interesting.
We love those.
Does it have a like a casting range of self?
No, it just says range/area touch, and it says melding can fully contain your body, melding yourself and all the equipment you carry with the stone for the duration.
Your body and yourself.
But could Atala count within my equipment? If I was carrying
I
her?
have equipped Atala. Well, what I will say is that, similar to Atala's experience just now, is that Ethelbert is very much in his element, and spells might work a certain way elsewhere, but where he is right now, it can sort of bend the rules, so to speak.
So by that you mean yes?
I think so.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
That's so fucking cool.
Don't really know.
So, because you're not walking with Atala, Atala has conjured like a hologram, like an image of herself,
Yeah.
that is walking with Bungo towards these mysterious folk. Does Ethelbert want to stay with real Atala and sink her into the stone for safety?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking I'd do, because it lasts for 8 hours.
Okay.
So I was going to say that there should be some sort of prearranged signal,
Mm-hmm.
but he's going to get her into the stone and take her up.
Yep. The signal can be very easy. Ethelbert, with your attunement to your surroundings, you can let people know that anyone, I don't know, tapping on the ground, like anywhere around here, the vibrations would carry to you.
Okay.
Anyone tapping on the ground like 3 times in succession would let you know to bring her back up, perhaps.
Yeah, or like any... yeah. Would 3 be enough? Or could that easily... I'm worried it could be just... mistake. Something else could be mistaken for it.
Ethelbert's perception of his surroundings through the stone is super human, super dwarven. You would be able to discern between just the sounds of commotion and 3 deliberate taps.
Would
Okay.
Ethelbert have communicated his ability to do this before Bungo and fake Atala had left?
Well, you've seen him do it before. He probably would have been like,
I'm gonna take her to a place of safety. Anytime you want, it's safe for us to come out. Tap 3 times on the ground.
Very well. In that case, then, can Bungo instead ask Blam to... He knows that Blam's got Cape of the Mount back, right?
100%, yeah.
Can he ask Blam to like teleport up to the top of a rock and just like stand there with a javelin of lightning, like really intimidatingly?
Oh my god. I just wanted to talk to these folk, and now we've got friggin' Ocean's 11 going on here.
Blam, how do you respond to the request?
Oh, you know he's gonna do it.
So then,
like Zeus.
in a puff of dramatic smoke, Blam appears, stood tall. There aren't that many different. You're gonna end up next to Sandral, essentially. Well, actually, Blam, would you rather be closer to them and intimidating, like just on a rock immediately above them, or would you rather have like a bit further away, silhouetted in the moonlight? It's up to you.
Yeah, a bit further away.
Okay, so you appear next to Sandral. You immediately see that she's constructed this weird-looking, like, half her just holding rocks, half her, like, bracing her longbow with the rock, like a collection of rocks and ice behind it. She's sort of sweating a little bit, holding these things together, but she's got it under control, and you appear next to her in a puff of smoke. Sandral, you see Blam appear next to you. Do a dexterity save for me, Sandral. The surprise of Blam appearing.
You just look up and do like that what face. What was it? Dexterity?
Yes, please. Dex save. It's not a high DC. It's just to see if you get rattled by Blam appearing
I think
next
it's
to you.
like the most attractive Blam's ever been. Oh my
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Whoopsie.
So,
Heffalump help!
she doesn't have it.
Oh shit, yeah.
Blam appears next to you, and your face says "what," but your arms say "ah," and you release some of the stones as they begin to tumble down and begin to gather momentum. Oh man, with the stones coming down and Blam appearing there in full intimidating pose, weapons brandished. I'm gonna do 2 very important checks, and they are difficult checks.
If she's gonna fall off, she'll slow fall.
And 2. No, you're in no danger of falling off. It's the rocks that have been released.
Oh,
No.
okay then.
The dice, the dice have spoken. The dice have spoken. Could I have everyone roll initiative for me, please? This is gonna get real hairy real fast.
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Going so well.
Do you want Ethelbert and Atala to roll initiative as well? Because they've gone into the wall by now.
I do. It may end up meaning that you don't do that much for like a round or 2, but we'll see how it goes. But yes, please do roll initiative as well. No one's wanted to wake up Varda or the guards, Joris Craghelm,
No.
the halfling.
Fuck, no, of course
Okay.
not. Look
I
at them.
just need to make sure.
I mean, maybe Joris. He's like my backup character, so. Oh, sorry, he's Kieran's backup character.
Well, I might not need him, to be honest, if I kill all you lot and run away.
True. I got ideas. Would we be like back further down by this point, Tom, or would we still be where we were?
You'd be where you were, I'm afraid.
It's fine.
Things were happening simultaneously. You can look at their awesome names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meklush.
Gosh, the scale. So is that everybody on? I absolutely need to change the fucking music.
God, this gives me like Avalanche and Strahd vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me we're not going to have a chat whilst an avalanche is...
It was the combination of the two. It's like, boom, Blam standing there, and then rocks like coming down.
Yeah.
It's very heavy. It's a trap vibes for these guys.
It's a lot of mass to suddenly appear, to be fair.
It's fun. Good mad. Sandral's. Is Sandral on? Sandral initiative?
Oh no.
If you wouldn't mind.
I thought no one had seen us, so I didn't have to go.
You are completely fair in that assumption. At the moment, these people are looking up and seeing a hefty man brandishing a weapon who's just appeared on this threatening position, this rock face up above, and then a small avalanche beginning to build beneath. That's the funniest part of it to me, is that not only has it done this, but it's also a shitty avalanche. Okay. Right.
So the avalanche is starting up here then and working its way down.
Yes, and it will take some time to gather speed.
Okay.
Okay. First two. Oh my god, it's all three of them before any of you guys. Okay. So. The beautiful scimitar wielding woman is first to go. Blam! Could you make an intelligence saving throw for me, please?
Fuck, they all got super well on initiative.
They did.
I especially like how it's just really big blam causes a little avalanche.
I love it. Okay.
You imagine that image? Just like lightning cracks and just like fucking avalanche beneath. Bam! Can he ride it down, please, George?
Potentially.
It's like, who the fuck is this?
Blam, are you immune to being charmed? No?
I'm doing so.
Okay. Okay. Blam, you take that off. Should be rolling. This figure is now concentrating. It's not rolling. It's fine.
There it is. Holy fucking shit.
Ignore the number on the right, the super scary number. You take 22 psychic damage, Blam. And ignore the second one. I guess it was rolling. So 22 is the amount you take. Blam! To you, there's an instant where this beautiful woman, this figure, looks up towards you. The scimitar comes gliding out of its little loop of leather that keeps it on her waist, points towards you, and she says something in this alien language. And for you, the world disappears. You find yourself wrapped, held tightly in a vice-like grip, something stronger than you've ever known before. This huge, slithering serpent, with its muscle-bound form just crushing you, constricting you down. Its razor-sharp scales cutting into your skin as this snake has just completely obscured you. It's like you're completely wrapped in this cocoon of just snake, muscle, scale, and occasionally you see this darting eye and set of glistening fangs, long as a greatsword, moving all around you. You can't see anything else during this time. You can only see the snake, and it seems like it's got you trapped where you are.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's not great. Can't see or hear anything beyond it, and is restrained. Okay. You are restrained and blinded. Well, kind of blinded. Put it on as a reminder. Okay. Apart from that, she is going to... She smiles, licks her lips as she turns back around towards you, Grey.
Mm-hmm.
And she just strides up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Her serpentine hips swaying beneath the leather armor. And she... See within games. Yeah. She says in a sultry tone, using this alien language that you can't understand, but whispers these hissing words. And you see some of the shadows from around where you stand begin to coalesce and gather around your legs and crawling up your body. You are marked by her. Oh, jeez. I can't believe none of you guys rolled high enough. Okay, the next one with the dark hair. You can see quite clearly curses in this alien language as the thin line of parley or peace between the people is broken, but quickly goes about their business. Yeah, this will be simple. How does this go? 100 feet long? Oh, baby! High. Okay. Yeah, you see... Everyone would see this. It's 20 feet high. You'd see a whirling mass, a wall of swirling scimitars, blades in the air, appear 100 feet long. Stuff.
Wait, what? Just a shitload of scimitars for 100 feet.
Thank you, Natalie. There you go, I've drawn the line. Yes, it's like this. It looks like this combination of wind and these beautiful scimitars just like carving through the air. You can hear the sound of them rushing through the air. 100 feet long, 20 feet high, thousands of blades just whirling, seeming to form this barrier between you and the rest of your party, Grey. That is concentration, I believe. Yep, take off that spell slot. 5 feet thick. Yep. Yep. Their turn. And again, this one will just step towards you. And check bonus actions. Yes, we'll do that. Again, seems to incant something as they step towards you, but doesn't seem to have any effect on you. It seems like they've done something to enchant themselves. And then finally, the most simple one. Is going to... You see... Lamb's kind of far away. Yeah, this one just comes... This one with bellowing words, just like spitting and hissing these horrific words out, just seems to throw herself into a rage and heads towards you, Grey.
Fair enough.
Is raging. And is going to make 3 attacks against you.
Oh.
And they will be reckless attacks as well. Okay, first one. 26 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll Can he dodge it then?
Woo!
Okay. So 33 damage brought down to 16. As you see from her side, I actually misspoke about this last session describing them. She doesn't have this large curved greatsword. She actually has a flail, this dark iron whip.
Ugh.
Every chain link is bladed, and on the end of it is this deep, dark bronze serpent's head with 2 protruding fangs, which, as she whips it around, digs into your flesh.
Kinky.
Yeah. So, half to 16. 2 more attacks. Oh, actually, on the first time she hits you, you take an extra 3 damage. That would be halved as well, though, so...
1.
An extra 1, yeah. It's fine. See that little patient defense? Second attack is a 26 again. For a further 28 damage to you.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And then finally...
Note to self, talking doesn't work.
And that 20.
Holy shit!
Oh. Hee hee.
Does she have? Alright, lots to read. She is going to use her slasher feat to reduce your speed by 10 feet. Put a snail on you. And because she's crit you, you have disadvantage on all attack rolls on your next turn.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes. I can't remember. Are we doing maximized? I don't think we're doing it in this campaign, are we?
I thought we were, but...
Okay. Have we been
Yeah, we were.
maximizing? Okay. Then this will be maximized. So it will be 9, 6, 45. Oh, you got super lucky on the crit damage rolls. At least 48.
Did I?
Did you really?
Yeah,
though?
I think you're already down. 54 damage.
Yeah.
As just this whirlwind, the flail curling around herself and just striking, and striking again into you. As you go down. Interesting. Okay. Everybody else goes. Gray, death save for me, please.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, fuck.
That is 1 failure. Goes down. Blam! It is your turn. You are restrained and blinded by the snake that is wound all around you.
Well, I want to get it off.
Okay. What's the plan? Are you attacking the snake? Or are you just trying to like wrestle it off of you?
Yeah, wrestle it off.
Wrestle it off of you. Restrain the toes, mute it. Man, this spell is fucking brutal. Yeah, go ahead and make. In fact, I'm not going to be cruel about it. Blam, as you go to wrestle it off, you don't feel your usual strength in your muscles. It's like as you touch this thing, your brute strength and power just kind of ebbs away from you, and you just feel it ever tightening around you. Do a This wouldn't be intelligence for Blam. Do a insight or survival check for me, please. Your choice.
Survival.
Survival, yeah, go ahead. Okay. Blam, this isn't how something like this should work. If the snake appeared out of nowhere, as it's squeezing you, your body doesn't hurt, your head hurts. something's weird about this. Something's wrong. Something's not right. With a 17, you think that this isn't a normal snake. This is something. Someone's messing with your head. Someone's fucking with your mind. What you can do about that, I leave for you to ponder. Is there anything else you'd like to try and do on your turn? So you don't think this snake is real?
Well, I don't know.
It's
What
tough,
can you do?
yeah.
What can you do about that? I would just try and stay kind of still, I suppose.
Oh, interesting. Like centering yourself kind of thing?
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Make a... That's cool. Yeah, make a... Are you past the survival check? Yeah, I'm going to do this slightly differently. For now, for this round, you are stuck, but remind me at the beginning of your next turn, we're going to roll to see if Blam centers himself and does something about this.
Ooh, cool.
Okay. Bungo.
I'm gonna move up
Yep.
so I can see. 25 feet to there. Still can't see shit.
Yeah, the rocks are blocking your view. You can just about see the large plated woman.
I'm gonna dash down to here.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
Yep.
Gray's down, right? And he's fucking surrounded.
100%.
Do any of these conditions disappear when I go down?
No.
Fuck.
No. Okay.
Far away am
Oh,
I?
I need to put that avalanche on as well, as a reminder.
Yes, let's not forget the avalanche.
Bungo's gonna cast Spiritual Weapon. Got to try and draw some attention away from Gray. And he's gonna try and hit one of the which one looks most aggressively like towards Gray? Like this one, the one with the black hair.
The plated.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit that one. The Spiritual Weapon.
Cool. If you want to drag it out, you should have it in your journal. Go ahead and make that roll. It is with advantage because she reckless attacked Gray.
Thank you. Reckless attack. It is a 18 to hit.
18 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Oof.
As it comes whirring down towards her, she ducks the blow.
Yeah.
Sandral, your turn.
Strandral's gonna bonus action
Mhm.
Slayer's Prey on the one that struck down Grey.
Yep. I'll mark them.
And she's gonna shoot at her.
Very
I
cool.
know which one. Yeah. So that's a bonus. I think she gets a D4. No wait. Oh god.
I think it's D6 Slayer Spray.
Yeah, D6.
Nice.
So, longbow. Longbow.
24 hits.
Oh shit, that's the wrong one. I'll just does a 19. No wait.
21.
21,
Does a
21 does not hit.
Okay. I'll do the damage.
24 hits though.
They're magical, so it does +1. Would 22 hit?
No.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
So it does
Mhm.
12 piercing and another 4
Got it.
piercing.
Yep, you'd see your arrow strikes in, sinking between two segmented plates of the armor. However, you would also notice that this individual seems to kind of shrug off the blow, similar to how Blam shrugs off many physical attacks against him.
Shit.
Is that your turn, Sandral? Any movement?
If she runs away, does the incline hide her?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we're going to do the Elodius special then.
Oh, beautiful. Yep, use the incline to your advantage. Completely
25 feet back I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
Easy peasy. Ethelbert, currently in your stone cocoon. No one has tapped 3 times. You do sense a commotion. I'd say you sense a commotion as much as you know the sound of creatures fighting. You know that there's fighting going on, but no one's tapped yet. But it's up to you how you respond.
Forgot I did that. We're working now? Good.
Mhm.
Well, Bungo told him to protect Atala, so protecting Atala is his main focus. Ooh. Would he be able to tell how far away things are? Hang on.
Oh, it's because I
Sorry.
muted myself like an idiot.
I was going to say, I can hear you in the other room.
Aethelbert's perception of the rock is perfect. He sees
Okay.
with like a crystal clarity through the stone.
Right. So, but is it concentration?
Imagine like
Oh, it's not
Toph in
concentration.
Avatar.
Yeah.
That is pretty much what I'm imagining.
Yep.
So, would you be able to tell how far away things are?
100%. Yep.
And who would you be able to tell who was where?
Yeah.
Fuck it. How far away is the closest bad guy?
115 feet.
Good enough for me. He's going to cast Erupting Earth.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. We this is Ethelbert's home ground. Do a wisdom, just a straight wisdom check for me, Ethelbert, if you don't
Oh
mind.
no, we're going to die.
Not you guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What are these rolls tonight?
The dice are really against you guys.
Yeah.
That was to check if you could kind of warp it around Grey,
Sorry, Steph.
which you can't. Deck saves for the 3 though. The barbarian gets advantage.
Erupt all you want. I'll probably still be angry at the avalanche.
Fair point, well made.
Wow, the dice. They all make their deck saves.
Oh,
I assume
fuck off.
Yeah, I assume it's half damage on a save.
I don't know. Let me have
What
a
about
look.
my deck save?
You take another death save, I'm afraid. Boop.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Oh my...
I mean,
No, it's automatic though, isn't it? It's not a...
you
it's an
don't
automatic
roll
fail.
for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
However, I feel so bad that you don't get that. That can be, if you make it back to your turn with the ability to make a death saving roll, it will be a 20. Anya, is it half damage on a save?
Mhm.
Okay, so 10 bludgeoning damage.
Well, that was a waste of another spell slot. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Sorry, Steph.
10 halved to 5 because raging.
I kind of imagine that because he
Yeah.
can't hear Grey doing anything because he's unconscious, he's just kind of like,
Yeah.
well, there must be nobody there.
That's so smart.
Makes
I love
perfect sense.
that.
I feel like this fucking barbarian woman's just gonna fucking execute Grey. I'm
Oh, fuck.
so fucking nervous. I'm so nervous.
Concentration
Damn
check for Thuchio.
I can bring him back, but it means this fight's gonna be fucking hard without him.
Yeah.
Concentration check for Satslelis.
Oh, damn it. There's something else I could have done that would have been way better.
Oh, well.
Shit.
Well, there's next turn. Last question. Do you keep Atala down in the earth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Protect Atala. That was the order.
It was, yeah. Atala, your turn.
It was indeed. What is this up? What is this up here? Like, if I come up here, can they see me? What is
You
this?
mean if your major image goes over there?
Yeah, my major image. Yeah.
If you climbed up on that rock, you would be able to see down to them.
Could they? And they see up to me, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I just moved you 30 feet. I should let you do that yourself. There you go.
I mean, I could just move my major image in general, so to wherever. It doesn't really have a movement speed.
Oh, cool.
But she will have it look like Natala's just running really fast. She's gonna go over here.
Sonic legs.
Sonic legs. Yep. I mean,
Cool.
it's the. Oh, put it. Hang on. Let me just see how far away they are from there as well. 40 feet. But if I come up here. Can't see me from there, though, can they? No. Atala is gonna stride on over next to this tree.
Mhm.
Or images, anyway.
Yep.
And I assume they can see her from here?
The long dark hair can.
Okay, what about if I shuffle over like that?
The long dark hair and the raging barbarian.
Okay, well, good enough. She will. Is she slightly out of view of Bongo? Bongo's concentrating on Grey anyway.
I can barely see her on my token.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if anyone else can see, but yes. So she just pulls out the cube, an image cube. I thought you wanted to talk to me. Well, here I am. Don't speak to those who kill my friends.
Interesting. Okay. Let me just check one thing. Three-quarters cover, yeah. Okay. Cool.
She will also see how they sort of react to that first before. Yeah. Yeah.
It is about to be their turns. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
The avalanche. In all its glory. Roll a D100 for me, Sandra. See how much it picks up.
So on 100.
100 would be something. Okay, not bad. The avalanche, my wonderful drawing, starts to race as it pushes down through this valley here, picking up quite a lot of rubble as it's moving forward. It has a slow beginning, but it's picking up speed now, and you think next turn it will reach the group of people there. But, yeah.
Sorry, Tom, I just wanted to be slightly out of their touch range as well, so can I just move back a little bit?
Yeah.
Like over there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's out of 30 feet, and that'll do, yeah. Even if it's barbarian.
Hey. Slay. Okay. Yeah, this one, after what you said, Atala. Yeah, just checking that she does have a spell. Some Misty Step.
Oh, shit.
Appearing here. So actually you guys don't really see much. But you just see these wisps of green fog dissipate, and then sorry, Anya's having bad coughing times.
Couldn't hear it actually.
congeals back together here. She walks the rest of the way up to you, Atala, and goes to swipe the cube from your hand.
Yeah.
Her hand passes through the cube, and her eyes turn to a fury, and she hisses before turning to look at Bungo.
Hello.
How does the image work? Do you not still need to make an attack roll? Could she not like have the image, potentially try and dodge the attack or something?
It's difficult.
I suppose it depends how you play the AC. If it's all about the armor and how the armor holds up against the attack, rather than
because the image is purely an image in itself, but
the image can move though, because it is a major image.
that is true. Yeah, go and we'll make it a grapple check. So Atala, if you want to do acrobatics or athletics.
To be fair, in the description it does say physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it. So
interestingly, these figures do not. Or this figure does not have great acrobatics. My God, rolling.
It's
so
more
hard.
about like dodging, but yeah.
Yeah. Swipes through, furiously turns towards Bungo. However, fortunately, she has cast a spell this turn already. Bungo, could you make a... No, we're just going to keep this simple. 1, 2, 3. Attacks against you, Bungo. As from the end of the scimitar.
On the second one,
oh, yep.
I will reaction manifest wings and fucking hope for the 4 on this thing. Nope.
Ah, shit.
Doesn't help.
Okay.
And it wouldn't have. Can I undo that? It wouldn't have actually made any difference, I realise, because it would have been.
Of course,
the same
that's fine.
as
Yeah. Save it. It's only 13 damage anyway.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No, it's her turn. The eye. This is interesting.
Did Atala reply? Did you say something?
The lithe woman swiped for it as she saw it was a illusion. She turned to Bungo and hissed at him, seemed to curse in this awful language. But you can say something as Atala's image if you like.
Yeah. She'll say, this might be an image, but I guess you won't find out where the real one is if you don't actually speak to me.
Oh. Okay.
She nodded. I don't know how it works in the rock, but I kind of want to tell Ethelbert to, go back a bit further. Although it's not the moving one, is it? No, damn it.
No, you've got your little cocoon. Concentrating on blade barrier.
Can I see through the blade barrier to Grey, by the way?
Yeah, your vision is somewhat obscured because it counts as 3/4 cover, but you do have vision on Grey. Yeah,
good. Because
yeah,
I feel like next turn's about to be bad, so I need to pull out all the stops.
Okay. Let's just do touch. Okay, interesting. Yeah, as you say that, Atala, I think you can see this guy. You'd notice that he places a hand on his chest and casts a spell. It's not a very high level spell. I think you'd know that it's see invisibility.
I thought. Oh wait, no, that's a different one. I thought it was different.
I thought they were going to do something else, but
and he's going to begin walking round the blade barrier.
Here we go.
The scale.
I've got stuff to save you, Grey. Do not worry.
Gale is a raging barbarian of divine fury, and so is going to make an attack at Grey on the ground.
I will reaction as Bungo swings around the staff of Lyra before him, and the wood cracks off, and before you just stands a staff of pure golden light, and he's gonna reaction Joykeeper Sanctuary on Grey.
Yeah. What does that do?
It means that as a reaction through the Joykeeper staff, I can cast Sanctuary as a reaction, which means he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. A Wisdom save is a simple +1.
Pretty high DC. Oh, he fucking makes it.
Yeah.
It's DC 18, yeah.
The dice are super against you guys so far. The beautiful golden orange light appears around Grey, and there is hesitation in this creature's eyes before she grabs up the head of the flail, not even using it in its supposed purpose, and just like a caveman with a rock, just starts slamming it against the orange golden light, and it breaks through. It hits you, Grey.
Just an automatic fail, ain't it?
Yeah, you are dead.
Fuck.
Sayonara.
Woo! Okay. She will then... She's just gonna run straight through the fucking blade barrier. And come at you, Bungo. Moving through the blade barrier. Creature enters the wall. Dex save. Advantage because barbarian. Fail.
Got fucking nothing. Shit.
Takes 38 slashing, halved because rage. So you just see running through, just being sliced by these scimitars, but just not caring at all. Wildfire in her eyes. These serpentine slits. She comes barreling at you, Bungo, makes 2 more attacks.
Oh, shit. Here we go, guys.
Oh my god!
Okay.
This could be it.
Big lols.
So, the hit on Grey would take the Zealot damage. Fucking hell, these are maximized.
Yep.
So that becomes 9.
36 plus 15 is 51 plus...
It's already
Yeah, I'm already
enough.
down in the first hit.
Jesus Christ.
And you got the second hit.
Second hit, which deals 2 death saving throws.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not how I saw things going.
Me neither.
Yep. But it is how it's playing out. Okay. Bungo, you fall to the ground, sinking towards Lyra's light in the afterlife. Grey, you are dead. Blam! At the start of your turn, I have remembered. Could you make another survival check for me, please? I have a DC in mind, informed by your last check.
Save us, Blam.
Blam. you center yourself, and where so many expect of you the battle rager, the berserker, the primal force, you have always had a stillness to you. You love being on the water, that stillness of the waves lapping by, and you hear the waves crashing against the shore in your mind as it synchronizes with your breath. And as you open your eyes and exhale, the image of the snake around you disappears. You have your full turn as per usual.
Yeah.
Thank fuck for that.
So I can't see much.
Let me have a look at your character. Yeah, you can see Grey down. And you can see Atala over here. Yeah, that's honestly it. Super unfortunate. But you can hear the sounds of fighting from further down.
Well, I'll run over to Grey, I suppose, seeing as he's down. That can't be good.
You gonna run through the avalanche?
How avalanche is it?
It's getting there. It could speed you up as you run through it. I'd have you make an athletics check.
Ride the fucking avalanche, Flam.
Is Grey in the path of the avalanche?
Yes, he is in the path of the avalanche. Oh god! This is such a calamity of horrors, because as Blam would realise, avalanches sweep along what they pick up, and this avalanche is eventually going to go off the side of the cliff down the stairs.
Yeah, well, I'm going to run and try and grab him, but
Okay.
who
Do an
knows?
athletics check for me if you're running with the avalanche. Have a DC in mind.
What?
It's real bad, guys. Real fucking bad.
It's pretty good.
Yep, absolutely. You run with the avalanche. Whilst you're in the avalanche's like space that I've drawn on, you only spend half movement. So 10 feet of movement on the map is 5 feet of your actual movement. So to get to here would only cost you 20 feet.
Oh. That means I've got 20 left. For my...
Yeah, no, by all means, look through your character sheet. It's been a while, and this is very important.
You can do it, Blam. I believe in you.
No longer restrained or blinded.
Well, I might have a plan, but...
I love it. Let's hear it.
I don't really know how it's going to go.
Do
So-
it, Blam. You can do it. I believe in you.
Well, what my plan is to throw my special thing.
Special thing?
My javelin of sympathy.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Fuck! To pull Grey up, or to anchor him where he is?
To put him to the side, or is he like in a crevice?
Oh, that's smart as fuck! Yes, absolutely, I love that.
Yeah. So probably somewhere around here.
Yeah, so as you're sprinting down, striding through this avalanche, carrying your feet further than normal, you unleash this throw of the javelin. And Grey, as it lands, there's a pulse of energy as it pulls the body of Grey into this crevice out the way of the avalanche. Big fucking brain play. Very nice.
Yeah.
You got 20 more feet of movement, and you got a second attack if you wanted to throw something else at the one down here.
So if I'm here, that's kind of up, right? Or is that I'm
Yeah,
going?
you could leap up onto the rock there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's leap onto the rock.
Awesome. Pushing, strong legs, leap up. And would you like to throw something at this guy?
Yes, I would.
Hell fucking yeah. Let's do it.
I shall throw just a regular javelin.
Beautiful. Uh, 17. This guy does not hit, I'm afraid.
Ugh.
Goes flying towards him. He turns, and there's a flash of greenish energy as the javelin sparks off. Very nice, though. Grey is pulled into that crevice there. Bungo, good barrel.
This roll is so fucking...
It is. You have Heffalump help.
Do I though?
Do you, though?
Let's fucking check. Nope, I do not.
Okay, then it's just a straight roll.
Hate to say it, guys, but this is why we finished the long rest.
Hey, they came during the long rest. I'm dead.
Holy shit.
Sorry, great.
Bungo, you sink into Lyra's embrace. And as your mind fades, you feel a sense of belonging, as where you had seen Lyra before sleeping in this empty field, you now find yourself lying down to rest. Sandral! Things looking
Sandra,
real bad.
yeah, she hadn't seen yet.
Yeah.
She'll walk 20 feet back.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to look out, see how bad it is. And she do a wisdom check, see if she'd fucking leg it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you think that's what Sandra would do, 100%.
I think. Would she be able to tell what state? How would she be able to tell that Grey and Bungo were dead from that point, or just on the floor?
No, I don't think so. You'd see them slumped. Grey, you would have seen. There was a lot of blood, red on the white snow.
Yeah.
Bungo, you can barely make out because he's on the other side of the blade barrier.
Yeah. And how far was the monastery?
About half a day's travel.
Half a day.
Yeah.
Oh, gee. Okay, that's pretty close. You could get there. I'm just gonna do a little wisdom check.
Mm-hmm.
And then based on I think you told me, I'm gonna decide whether she's gonna run away or not. Doesn't particularly want to die at 18 years old.
That is fair.
Wouldn't want to die in your mid-30s.
Also fair.
Never want to die here.
A 5.
No, she's gonna stay.
Okay.
Okay.
Your youthful, headstrong nature takes over. This is it. This is what heroes are made of, Sandral.
Yeah. She is gonna. How big is this ledge?
Maybe 15, 20 feet up. Not huge.
And she'd just leap off it and
Yeah.
slow fall.
Not a problem.
And then she'd get to whoever's closest to the edge of the snaky guys.
Mm-hmm.
And she would use her ring of stallions.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
She's going to use all 3 charges.
Holy
What's
shit,
her-
that's so fun.
what's her normal movement?
55.
5 gets you here. And what's the range of the stallion's band?
I don't know because I'm on my tablet.
No worries. Let me have a quick
You can-
check. Because this is a fucking awesome play, potentially.
She did equip it, but obviously only on my character
Yep,
sheet
I
here.
got it. Within 60 feet.
Will she be sped up by the avalanche?
She's already within 60 feet.
Oh, yes.
She wouldn't want to go and avalanche it anyway.
Yeah. No, you dart, leaping gracefully through the air from rock to rock as you land, skidding in the snow, raise your stallion's band, and fire all 3 charges at Sat Slayless.
Which one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely the long dark-haired one. Yeah.
She'd be like, "Have you ever heard of a Zemterin? I hear they've got a lot of flying snakes." And then it just went out.
Spectral White Charging Warhorse makes its attack with a +7 bonus on a hit. It's push 5. Oh my god. With 3 charges, it's 15 feet of movement.
Fucking yes! Come on! This has to work.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's not what we're doing. A attack roll, please.
Fuck.
+7 bonus.
Boop.
This fucking anticipation for this roll is killing me. Fuck! Come on!
Heffalump?
Don't have it.
No. Shit.
Don't know if she's
So-
got inspiration, but I don't think she does.
She does have inspiration. Would you like to reroll?
Yes.
Oh, come on!
Okay, this brings me back to my original thing. Sandral has come into some really close scrapes so far. She was crushed badly by a dragon. This almost happened then. You might remember me describing her hands feeling oddly warm.
Oh, yeah.
As you hold up the stallion's band and you fire it out, and you can see you're a trained expert archer. You can see this is going wide of the target. It's going to deflect off of the armor. There is a flickering of impossible flame around your arm that's outstretched with the band clenched tight on the end. Spectral fire begins to erupt up from your hand, up your forearm. And you don't even hear a voice. It's like feeling, you feel a voice, a deep, crackling voice in the back of your mind that just says, "Pledge yourself to me, and I will grant you the power to save your friends."
Can she do a wisdom check to see if she thinks this thing is evil?
Absolutely she can. You can make it insight, you can make it wisdom check.
Hmm. What do you think? Check insight. Yeah, let's go with insight. The face looks like it suits as well.
Thank fuck that was on the right. You've rolled like 4 natural ones today.
yeah. With a
What does
14,
he feel? Yeah.
there's a lot, Sandral. it's almost like your vision. It's like you're wearing blinders. You're looking down this valley, and your vision like hones in on this snake-like humanoid that seems to be moving in slow motion to you as the spectral horse rather is erupting from the end of the band. To either side, in this kind of blind area in your peripheral vision, you see flames erupting, and you see above, behind this snake creature up in the sky, this immense, muscular, swirling torso, and atop is this like a crown of fire with blazing eyes at the front, looking down towards you. You don't, with a 14, you don't get the sense that this thing is evil, but Sandral's not a fool, especially with how she's been brought up by Elodius. You think that there is a cost to this, but you don't think you're pledging yourself to you would be pledging yourself to an evil entity. There is...
Would she connect this to the fire of her house and her parents dying?
She would. There would be the smell in your nostrils of burning wood. Wood smoke, heavy in your nostrils.
No, she'd just lower her hand and be like, no, I'd rather die.
Okay.
You killed my parents.
Okay. You see the image, this flaming hand had been pulling up towards the snake-like humanoid, as if to rip the humanoid from the rocky shelf itself, and it just looks at you and clenches the fist and dissipates into smoke before your vision returns and your breathing evens out, and the spectral horse is deflected off to the side of the creature. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn? You have a bonus action?
She'll use her bonus action to step in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And run away.
Completely fair.
Mm-hmm. That's 55 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
just
direction?
whatever way is the way to the monastery.
That's north. So back
Yeah,
north,
north.
55 feet. Ooh, okay. Ethelbert, you've noticed that 2 people now have stopped their moving on the stone.
Before Ethelbert does his thing, and Atala give him a nudge to let her out.
Absolutely, yeah.
Then yes. Yeah. Well, he can't leave her in the wall anyway, and he was going to come out. So, yeah.
You both emerge from the ground.
What is this thing?
The barrel, a large broken wooden barrel covered in frost.
Oh, it looks like a giant like a giant monster token.
It is not. It's a giant monster token.
A mountain comes to life.
We will head out, I think. Well, that's what Ethelbert is going to do. He's going to go over here and see what the heck is happening.
Yep.
Nothing. Oh, shit.
Lots.
I see dead people.
For the sake of vision, I'm just going to turn off the brightness.
I don't like the look of this lady. She looks evil.
Yeah, she's standing over the broken body of Bungo. Good barrel.
Oh, sugar. There's not a lot I can do that's... Well, I don't want to cause more potential damage to Bungo. That's the thing. Then I'm not going to. I'm going to cast Spike Growth, the bit around where she's standing.
Okay. Limit her movement. I
Mm-hmm.
like it.
And every time she moves, she takes extra damage. She takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet.
Damn, that's big. Look how big Spike Growth is. It's like this, I think.
Square.
Looks right to me.
Okay, yeah, erupting from the ground, these sharp protrusions of crystal from the rock.
Well, no, because it says the transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural.
Oh, cool.
You
Okay.
wouldn't know.
Amazing. So for now, nothing known to her.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool. Anything else on your turn, Ethelbert?
Wait, why did I not know I had wild shape? That's fucking amazing.
Is it wild shape time?
No, because that's an action. But I am going to cast Shillelagh on
I love Shillelagh.
my hand axe.
Very cool.
I assume it has. Wait, no, it's not wood, is it? Because that's for the other. That was for my old character. I can just do it, can't I? Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh no, it is wood. Yeah, cool.
Amazing. That brings us up to Atala. I'd say Atala,
Yeah.
seeing still through your image,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps in the last moments if you're going to dismiss it, you would notice that these two, the sultry exotic woman with the scimitar and the vicious barbarian,
Mm-hmm.
just seem to be in full battle fury, where the exotic woman is in like a trance of striking and casting and darting around, and then the brutal plate-wearing barbarian is just slaying those before her. You notice that the one with the long dark hair is not in any battle fury, and is looking around still with intelligent eyes. You think probably if there is going to be anything salvaged from this, as you see your husband lying on the ground, that needs to be through him.
Okay. I think it's probably kind of too late for Atala, to be honest. Sees her husband lying on the floor. This mirror image is probably, if you look at her face, Ethelbert and whoever else, you can probably see tears fall down this image's face, and silently screams and run towards. I don't think she's even controlling it at this point. It's just an emotional attachment. It just runs and covers Bungo. And then out from, I think Ethelbert would notice it first, like just magical energy, like her hair's going crazy with magic.
Yeah.
A very stern Atala steps out into the outside. I think you can see anger in Atala probably for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, just to all three of them pretty much, "This is what you wanted," and she holds up the cube.
Yeah.
"It will be destroyed before you can even find me." And she's gonna cast Dimension Door
Oh fuck.
and go furthest away possible that she knows where she can go.
Like towards the monastery?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Or back down the stairs?
Probably somewhere where she knows she can get to, so without being in the middle of the snow.
No, that's fine. So you know the route of the stairs. You could go 500 feet back down the stairs, no problem. But you can also go 500 feet towards the monastery. The immediate view up is an open valley, so you can easily see 500 feet further up the mountain.
Yep, 500 feet, and then I don't know if if this is sort of the end of combat sort of thing. Oh no, so there's still Blam. No, yeah, that's okay. 500 feet away. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold
that
up
means it's gone as well after
the
that.
cube, and the two humanoids lost to their battle fury are completely lost to it, and looking around for their next victim. The figure with the long dark hair, as you raise the cube up, you see there is a reverence in his eyes, and he raises his hand towards the cube and just calls out, "Wait!" across the snowy ground. Do you still dimension door?
He's probably got like a couple of seconds before she clicks her fingers. Yeah.
He shouts out. He would shout out. Yeah. He would shout out, "Wait! I can raise them." Would she still disappear?
No. Because no. Wait, let me do an insight. Let's see if we can actually do it.
Okay.
$13.
13? Yeah, you think he's powerful enough and capable of doing this.
And yet you're not powerful enough to stop your friends?
He looks frustrated, angry at that. They are lost in their own worship of the serpent. Do you not want to see your husband's face again?
See them risen, and I'll consider not destroying it.
Make an intimidation check for me, please.
Intimidation. Shit. She's not going to cast Dimension Door. She might. She might. Hang on. What's the weather? Is it hailing it down?
Clear night.
Clear. She will, for now then, use in combination with that like threat. She knows that they can cast that spell, but she is gonna also cast invisibility on herself from this ring of spell storing that she's got.
Though she knows that one of the figures has cast see invisibility on themselves.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Does she know what the range of that is?
Yeah, it's a low-level spell. The range is... There is no range to it. For the duration, you can see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible, and you can see into the ethereal plane.
Okay. Well, then can she use it? Hang on, let me just see. Let me just read the item I have not yet used. Unaware of the user's existence, though. Not ideal in this scenario.
Yeah, with that intimidation check, he calls back and says, "Hand over the cube. I will raise them. And we will leave. You are not worthy."
She just sort of looks at the cube. Does the cube react to that? Any
Yeah.
lighty glows or anything?
The cube is, as you're holding it out, it's twitching. Something inside is trying to get out. Little bits of rock are breaking more from the crack across the cube's face.
Perhaps we should let the cube decide that then. What the fuck should I do? Should I... don't know. Hold it up, chuck it down on the floor. Don't know.
Throwing it down?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna try and because it's cracking some rocks around, so she might try and crack a rock even further with it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity check for me. Or an attack roll. Dexterity attack roll. So dexterity and proficiency.
In the background, you'd hear a small "no" as Atala cracks the rock.
A dex check. Roll that.
Yep. You managed to hit a piece of rock over here. You see the cube. There's a flash of light in the cube. Hits against the stone. Rolls across a couple of faces on the ground and lands with the cracked face facing upward. And you see it twitching and rumbling even more than ever. Avalanche moves along. Phase 2 of Avalanche. It's picked up speed. We're going to see if Satsleilis can dodge it.
Since I didn't do an action, can I just move towards the key?
Oh, sorry. Yes, absolutely.
Just don't want him rushing up and grabbing it.
He doesn't dodge it.
Oh.
The dark-haired figure, with a rumbling, roaring sound as the avalanche finally bursts through this channel of rock, gets smashed by the rock and thrown out over the edge.
Oh my god.
Of the cliff face.
What
as
the
the
fuck
rock
is these rolls today?
crashes through. And the avalanche goes flying off the edge of the cliff. Interesting.
Yeah, a little bit.
Seems at least one wasn't worthy.
Oh!
Ray wakes up, points at you, and goes, "Oh!" before he goes back down.
Yeah.
Check your messages, George. He's the only one who can save us, I think.
He's the chosen one.
He literally is.
As you say this about being worthy, Atala, Thuchiel turns, grins a wide, knowing grin, walks towards you, and speaks a single word of terrible power. Could you roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Do you love a con save? 11.
That does not pass.
Yeah.
As you are afflicted with the effects of the spell, power word pain.
Okay.
You double over as incredible pain writhes through your body. Your veins are on fire. You're being stabbed. All your joints crunch and ache as you kind of pull yourself into the fetal position. Whilst the target is affected by crippling pain, any speed it has can be no higher than 10 feet. The target also has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws, other than Constitution saving throws. If the target tries to cast a spell, it must first succeed on a con save, or the casting fails and the spell is wasted.
Okay.
A target suffering this pain can make a con save at the end of each of its turns. So just horrific pain racks through your body. As she casts that spell. That does, however, mean she was over here, 20, 25, 30, that she doesn't get to the cube this turn. As you see on dark wings, the dark-haired figure swoop up and land calmly next to the stairs over here. He lands and at you, Atala. So you moved up next to the cube again, right?
Yeah, she's literally. I imagine she was like standing in front of it, like in case they like rush up.
Yeah,
rush it.
I'm sorry to say it, but wouldn't Atala have taken damage whilst being in the spike growth?
Fuck, I forgot about the spike growth. That's Atala's illusion, which would now
which is gone. Yeah.
dissipate, I think. Good looking out. Okay, this is actually going to go a little bit differently. So this guy's actually is going to take spike growth damage. How much spike growth damage is it? Okay, he only lands, so 2d4 if you wouldn't mind rolling for me, Ethelbert. As his feet touch the ground, shards of crystal embed through his boots. 4 damage. Taken. Quick con save.
The ground is so spicy.
He's going to hold his action. He is openly and blatantly casting the spell Revivify.
Oh.
He is holding his hand over Bungo. And he just says, hand over the cube. And this ends. The scale. This is difficult terrain. So that uses her whole movement to get there. Could you roll 6d4 for me, please? Ethelbert?
Oh, nice roll. Holy shit.
No. As she strides through with these crystals breaking off in her lower legs and feet. She gets to there. And she is going to second wind. $22. You see, she just breathes through the pain and is just staring at you, Atala.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's gonna dash, strides further to block your physical escape.
Mm-hmm.
Ray is ascending to the stars currently. It's been 3 rounds, I think. Blam! There is this whirling barrier of swords, but you can see through it. You see this cleric holding a shimmering green spell energy just above Bungo's chest. You can see Bungo is lifeless on the ground. And Atala is being slowly hemmed in by these other two combatants. What would you like to do?
Christ.
Yup, that is a fair response.
I'll step over here to get a better view.
Shit.
What's this sword barrier do again? Does it look strong? I'm guessing it's terrible.
For you, yeah, it looks like a 20-foot high, 100 feet long, though not very thick, 5 feet thick, barrier of swirling swords that just continue to spin in the air.
Oh man. What? I think I may have to use my Ring of Three Wishes.
I forgot that was the thing!
Yeah, it's the thing.
You pull out the ring. Oh my god. What do you wish for?
Oh man. I mean, I kind of want to wish for something crazy now, but
this is a big decision, so take your time. There are you might be looking at it yourself. There are the standard things you can ask for. Creating an object up to 25,000 gold piece in value.
Yeah.
Which would be an unbelievably baller move from Blam right now if he just made himself a little golden throne. Up to 20 creatures you can see to regain all hit points and all effects on them end. Resistance to damage, immunity to a single spell. You undo a single recent event by forcing a reroll, that's kind of different. Or you can ask, and it's up to the DM, and I get to live my full power fantasy. What does Blam wish for in this moment?
Well, I think he mostly just wants Bongo to be alive. Whether...
Is this guy casting or not casted it yet?
He's casting, he's holding the spell.
Okay.
He's spent the spell slot mechanically. And he's holding it above Bungo. And he's looking at you, Atala, he's not looking at Blam.
Okay.
Is that the wish that Blam makes? I wish Bungo was alive?
Yes.
Hey. You hold the ring.
Why did you do that? Because you know he's going to get all monkey's paw about this.
No. This is PJ. This is power coming from PJ. This is PJ's ring. You hold the ring in your hand, Blam. And as you do, you watch as the gem at the top of this golden ring cracks. And swirling, multicolored, full rainbow spectrum of light consumes the ring and then swirls around the fingers of your hand, and you feel compelled to hold your open palm out towards Bungo, and a beam of light shoots forward, swirling around Bungo. You hear the elephantine sound of Heffalump, and you see, just for a moment out of the corner of your eye, the form of PJ putting a hand on your shoulder and just giving you a sad smile and a nod as she knows what you've given up to make this wish for your friend to return to life. The rainbow energy swells around Bungo. The serpentine humanoid hasn't noticed. And Atala, you see, as all the serpent's eyes are on you, but you see breath come back into Bungo as this rainbow energy flows around him. Bungo, in your mind, because this is PJ, she tells you as you feel yourself stirring into wakefulness in Lyra's field, and you see PJ there, and she has again a sad smile on her face and just says, "Sorry, Bungo, you can't rest, I'm afraid. Blam kind of needs your help. I think everyone needs your help." And she waves her hand to the sky, and it's like you're looking down from the clouds above on this scene, and you can see everything that's gone on. You see Sandral sprinting towards the monastery, many hundreds of feet away already now. You see the sleeping guards and such inside Turchak's Folly. You see the still form of Grey on the ground as breath comes back into your body, and it's almost as if you fall from the sky. PJ just says, "Good luck," as you fall back into your own body and you come back to life with full hit points.
Can you save everyone?
Bungo, it is your turn.
Does Blam move, or did he already move?
He moved 5 feet. Blam, you can move plenty more if you like.
Nah. Well, I'll move over here.
Roger that. Bungo, it is your turn.
Fuck.
Yeah, no pressure.
Oh, sorry.
No, not at all. Incredibly difficult. You know everything that has transpired thanks to PJ.
Yeah.
You see them walking towards Atala. You still have the glowing green hand of this individual hovering over your chest.
Fuck. I know what Bungo would do. He's gonna stand up, and he's gonna cast Banishment on Atala.
Nice.
And he's gonna say, "Take your cube and leave."
Yeah.
That's my
Here's
last
an arrow
spell
as you do.
Atala, do you choose to fail the save?
I choose to fail.
He told her to be fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Tears in her eyes as you do. Not only from, pain, but also relief, in a way.
So you have the cube, Atala.
Mm-hmm.
Pick it up.
So,
No, he wants to make sure she can't have it.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's
Oh.
purposely doing it so she can't take the cube.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought he was saying that to Atala. Take your cube and leave.
No, he's saying that to the UNT. He's
Got it.
casting it on Atala so she can't
To
take
keep
the
her
cube.
safe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So Atala, you see the golden light streaming towards you from Bungo's hand, a powerful spell.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to resist?
Haven't got the cube.
Nope.
How much do I want the cube?
Hmm.
I feel like it's bad for these guys to get the cube. I feel like it's bad. I feel like it's bad, but also Grey's dead, so might have to let him have it. It's gonna be bad. I'm gonna fail it, but it's gonna be bad. No,
Are you choosing to
choose
resist?
fail. No,
You're going to choose to fail.
Mhm.
The trust in your husband, the
Mhm.
elation at seeing him stand back up, and the strength in his voice, as you can see he's asking this of you. You disappear from the battlefield, completely safe in a harmless demiplane.
And he looks to the man with the long hair next to him for reassurance.
The man, completely taken aback by you being alive, has a look of respect, being impressed on his face as the spell, he simply waves his hand through the air and the green energy dissipates. He smiles. I see you've seen reason.
He doesn't say anything in response.
Okay. Is anybody going to make any other hostile actions? Ethelbert, you're coming up. You've heard Bungo call out, take the cube and leave.
I mean, maybe not.
Yeah.
If anyone tried to, Bungo would shout out to them to stop.
Yeah.
He'd probably just like hold a hand axe. No, he can't even do that because he's not close enough. He's just
You
gonna
can throw it. Hold a throw of it.
With
No.
Sandra,
Well,
or is she too far away?
Sorry?
Sandra would have heard this, or is she too far away?
She's fucking pegging it. She's too far away.
Oh, yeah. Okay, she's running to the monastery then.
Yeah. You think with her speed, you'll make it there before sunrise?
Cool. Nice.
oh no.
Ethelbert?
He'll just I can't hold a spell, can I?
You can.
Oh.
You do spend the spell slot though, whether you end up using it or not. Just be aware of that.
I don't know.
You
I
can
hold
just
a
stand there.
cantrip?
Yeah, you can hold a cantrip easily. Not a problem.
He's gonna hold frostbite, waiting to see if anyone.
It's aggressive.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Crackling in your hand, the power of the cold mountain. Blam, you're the last person I need to ask. Are you attacking? You've heard what Bungo said, or are you just letting these figures leave?
I forgot what Bungo said.
Bungo said, take your cube and leave to them.
Oh. Yeah. Let them leave.
Let them leave. Okay. The cube is picked up by the woman. There is an incredible reverence, certainly familiar to you, Bungo, your experience around sacred things.
Yeah.
You can see that she holds it delicately. She doesn't put it into a pocket or a bag. She sheaths her scimitar and holds it in both hands. With her eyes transfixed on it, she walks back towards her companion. The barbarian breathes through her rage and comes to a deadly calm. Once more. Would give a dirty look to you, Ethelbert, and you, Blam, the barbarian would, as she walks away. Made stride straight through the spike growth. The figure with the dark hair, whose eyes follow the cube intensely, looks down at you, Bungo, and just says, I suppose you have a interesting conversation awaiting you. Smiles. A sad smile. And then goes to walk down the steps. 3 of them, side by side. We'll end tonight's session there as they disappear from view down the Platinum Stair.
Mm.
Holy
My
fucking
ears!
moly, guys!
Come on. Jesus.
In true D&D... Oh, we won't end there, because...
Yeah, I was gonna
Well, Bungo, I assume... time is of the essence. You go to Grey, I'm guessing.
It is, but I have to use the Pearl of Power first.
Okay.
To cast,
You do have enough rounds, I've been counting.
to cast I'll use the Pearl of Power for one, and then the second one to cast Revivify.
Excellent. Grey, you've been floating in a sea of stars. Slowly... Let me change the music. Battle is over. You've been floating in a sea of stars. No sign of sky, ground, anything to orient yourself. The stars twinkle out in space around you. Face forms from the stars themselves. Sad in expression, knowing, mournful. It looks down at you, and you recognize this to be Celestian. A patron, a deity that you are still learning your connection with and trying to understand. He looks down at you, and you hear a voice, not from the stars themselves, but in the back of your mind, a gentle voice that just says, "You did well. You can rest now." Does Grey feel or say anything? Are there any thoughts in his mind as he hears these words?
He probably did look a bit mournful and just sort of mutters under his breath, pretty quietly, but knowing Celestian will probably hear it no matter how he said it.
Yeah.
Something like, "I had so much further to go."
Sometimes we don't choose when the path splits. This is not Journey's End. There is a place for you here amongst the stars. You see his hand impossibly large sweep out across the stars. You see them twinkle, some of them burning across the sky, shooting so far. You have many lifetimes awaiting you here. And as your thoughts begin to form themselves, Grey, a surge of golden light, like a new breaking dawn, wells up around you, and you find your eyes shooting open as the familiar face of Bungo Goodbarrel, I think probably fair to say, a few tears in his eyes,
Yeah.
looks down as you breathe in a new breath. Okay. And there we will end tonight's session.